my goodness. Food for the soul, food for the soul. And those who are joining us on our Facebook family, welcome. We had some tech issues earlier, but you came right on time because we've just heard, and we will hear again the song by the great Rik Palieri, Friends for Life. And oh my gosh. Oh, Carolyn, I have tears in my eyes. She says, you've just gained 56 friends for life today. Yes. A beautiful, deep, touching story, says Storm.
Well,
wow.
The thing is that was the first time that I ever experienced that moment where sometimes music is the only way that you can communicate. Can you imagine that feeling of someone who had a stroke, who can't talk, and then all of a sudden they just, she sang so beautifully that everybody, there were people that they were completely shocked.
I know they were.
And me too. I was really shocked. And it was like the power of music, that beautiful.
Yes. I tell you, Rick, the stories that I know about people with Alzheimer's, in fact, why their choir stuff, so other parts of the brain, they're not working, but they'll sing songs they've known for years. There's the story of a man who had been wounded in the war, a veteran, and music started, he got up and danced. They said, he can't dance, he can't walk. He was singing and dancing. It's just such a healing, powerful, deep thing and the fact that it just links in with what the Daily Antidote is about and what you are and have been about in all of your life and all of us. Just thank you for reminding us so clearly.
Well, I think that's especially during these times of COVID,
yes,
where we are separated for our loved ones. We have not seen family members. These days, Thanksgiving is coming up, folks. And right now, right here in Vermont, as you know, Kathy, we're having all these surges of COVID again. And it's like we're freaking out because it's like, I brought turkey.
Yes. I'm with you. It's like, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Time out. I just want to take a time out. Regroup. But this is not allowing us to do that. We just got to go with it, Rick.
No. I think that the thing is, and all of us here at the Daily Antidote of Song, we all know the importance of caring about one another. And it's very hard when you have relatives, and a lot of us do, who have don't want to get vaccinated and are don't want to hear about it. And at the same time, there's more people in the hospital again, and I think people like myself, I got my booster shot. We're as vaccinated as the vaccinated can be. Because we want to continue our life of playing music,
Yes.
And like I was saying, Kathy, like I keep getting tours and then they get canceled again because cases. I don't know what to do. It's like, as a musician, this room is kind of friendly to me at this point. I have not been home much since when Mariana and I first met, almost 30 years ago. I have not been home this long for this duration since the beginning.
I know that happened to me too, for a year with my son and husband in the same house all the time. That hadn't been since he was in high school, and he's 36. So there are other things that happen, and they really are just reminders at the deep level of how we need to value each other, each moment, and the power of song as we do that. So tell me about other stuff that you are doing, even though those were canceled. Some projects that you have, Rick.
Well, I've got, my book, Banjo Man, Adventures of an American Folk Singer, has been the bright light that it keeps me going. People keep, getting the book. You can get it from my website, folks, and I'll sign it. And Mariana makes a special bookmark from our bindery here, and we try to do it, in a very friendly kind of way. The book is now an ebook that's on Kobo. which is sort of like the friendly way of doing things. It's not like Amazon, because Kobo works with small bookstores, and it's not quite the giant that Amazon is. So it is finally available through Kobo, and that's only an ebook, folks. The book, I don't know, Kathy, my book is 540 pages or 530 pages. And
Ooh.
so it's like it cost a fortune to send the book out overseas. And that's
Oh.
why I said, I need to have something, online so that people can read the book. So that we're doing that. And I have a weekly radio show called Folk Talk. And it's on 2 different stations. One is local here in Vermont, which is over at 993wbtv.org. And the other is on the Folk Music Notebook, the 24/7 folk music station. And that's folkmusicnotebook.com. And that show is on Mondays at 7 p.m. And we did a really cool show last week. I'm a new member of the Recording Academy. So, we had this kind of like members meeting thing. There's a young woman named Vivian Fong Lu. She reached out to me. She's another new member, and she sent me some of her music and her video. I listened to it, and I said, I don't know enough about Asian music. And I said, I think our listeners would be really, really excited to listen to a whole program with of Asian.
Yeah.
And then, Vivian, I did an interview with her on Zoom where she talked about, because of her music, she uses her music as a tool for anti-bullying,
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
that was last week, and that was a really, really cool show. And this week coming up, we're doing a show that is called Bardcore, which is I don't know, have you heard about, this is like young people taking troubadour music and then putting it into a whole new framework. So that's going to be on this week, this Bardcore kind of program. And then I have an interview with Cy Khan coming up. Has Cy been on the Daily Antidote?
I don't know. Katie, do you know? I don't know. Some of our members here might know Cy Khan, but I don't know if that person has been here or not. Lynn said she thinks so, but I'm not really sure.
He's a great community and great person. And so that will become, I'm in the process of editing that right now, and getting ready for Thanksgiving. Like I said, we're hoping to get together with some friends and and sit down and share stories.
Yes.
Stories.
Yes. Now, before I forget, Rick, someone asked, could you show your beautiful guitar so we could see fully your, gorgeous. This
guitar, there was a friend of mine, his name was Tony Zamitis. He's passed away. And he was from England, and he made a lot of guitars for rock stars, like George Harrison and Eric Clapton, all those rock stars, So they had these Zamitis guitars, and I became friends with Tony, and he made me a few guitars. And I'm no rock star, though. I'm just a folk singer.
Well, you're a rock folk singer in my book. Just a star. A star.
Kathy, I want to know, what is your celebration for Thanksgiving? What do you like to do?
I like to eat and then eat some more and have people coming. At my mama's house used to be, there would be food all day. Would start around 3:00 only because that's when my uncle from Virginia would come, and there would be about 20 of us then. But I'd say through the house, it might be 50 people that come through the day, because then we would eat, and then later on another batch would come and we'd have to eat some more. And then we'd walk around and talk and then eat some more. So that would be my Thanksgiving. I'm missing it because my mom is no longer living. And I'm here spending a new Thanksgiving with friends here in Vermont. But yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And we would, we would be sharing together. We would be singing. We'd probably be fooling around, doing some. The younger ones would look at the ones my age and they would go like this, because we would be just like partying. We would have a little show and all that kind of stuff.
What are the
Oh,
fun things?
sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes. Yes,
Sweet
sweet
potato.
potato pie.
Uh-oh.
Sweet potato, not pumpkin. From me.
Okay. Okay. Sweet potato pie. All right.
And,
Well,
and about three meats. They usually my mother would have a big, huge fish because my dad was a fisherman, and then the big turkey, and then ham, and then ribs, and then beef. That's just the meats. So that gives you an idea. Um,
that
so
is.
I did a lot of cleaning up and preparing. I didn't really do a lot of cooking. My husband is a fantastic cook, so he would make like the mac and cheese, all those good stuff.
Well,
So anyway,
well,
that's a little taste.
the thing that I like to do, and last year I did it. I like to, they have a fun thing on StoryCorps, a day of listening. You've heard of that, right?
Oh yes.
And that's where you interview a friend or a relative for the
Oh,
StoryCorps project. Now I'm sending this out to all you folks out here on the Daily Antidote. It's a really fun thing to do. I like to do it. I do it both on Thanksgiving and on Christmas. I do this day of I interview somebody, and it's for the Library of Congress, so it's really part of
oh,
of that history. And Joe, I think, was involved with this whole idea of StoryCorps, but she's not
oh, thank you.
but I think that that's one of the things that if you're looking for some, especially if you're alone, if you don't, for some reason you can't see a relative, so try this idea for the day of listening.
Yes.
Interview somebody. You know who I interviewed last year on Thanksgiving was my old music teacher from high school.
Ah,
And that was so much fun. She just, it was really great for her because she got to talk about her life as an educator in music, and also it kind of showed her the effect that her work had on me too. So I thought that was a really fun thing to do. And on Christmas, I interviewed our friend Guy Davis, who's been here on the Daily Antidote of Song.
yes,
So
yes.
that's one of the things, folks. If you're looking for something fun to try,
Yes, I'm gonna do that. That is so exciting. We just need to share our story. Oh, you got me so much. But before we go any further, I want you to sing your song again because the
okay.
people on Facebook who joined us did not get to hear it the first time, and all of us who heard it the first time want to hear it again. So, as we're running out of time for that, please sing, share with us, and say whatever you need to say. And before you do that, welcome anybody who's your first time here for the Daily Antidote of Song. We're here every day, 7 days a week, almost 600 days. With the Washington Rebels, you're welcome to get on the mailing list. And now you can find us on Facebook or through this chat, and we receive and appreciate donations. And I think, did I get it all, Katie? For our friendship with
Oh yeah, you got it. You got it. And this Sunday, community sing at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So join us there. Find links on our website.
Thank
So
you. Go ahead.
here we go. Here's the song again, and you can sing along because there's a lot of things that repeat. Friends for life. That's what will always be. Friends for life. Just you and me. Through all of life's changes, through all of our lives, we both realize we're friends for life. Friends for life. In good times and in bad, Friends for life, the best friend I've ever had. Through all of life's changes, through all of our lives, we both realize we're friends for life. Friends for life. In laughter and in pain. Friends for life until we meet again. Through all of life's changes, through all of our lives, we both realize we're friends for life. Through all of life's changes, through all of our lives, we both realize we're friends for life. Friends for life.
Woo-wee. Oh. Woo, thank you so much for that. Woo. We are friends for life. Yes. Okay, so I just want to say on day 593, which Carolyn just told us about, every person in this group, we can talk about being friends for life through all of life's changes and laughter and in pain till we meet again. And we carry each other in our hearts as, oh, you've done so beautifully, Rik. I'm going to carry this all throughout the day and the week and just enjoy. Just thinking, friends for life. Oh! Okay, anyway, it's just marvelous. I'm going to jump in the car and go ahead and sing up there with you up in Burlington. I don't know how far away I'm in Bennington, but I'll find out. But anyway, for the rest of you marvelous, what'd you say?
About 2 hours or so.
That's all?
I think so. Maybe a little bit.
Oh, shoot.
I'm not sure.
Ain't nothing but a thing. Okay. Special story, special song for us. Special reminder of the power of music. Many shared about friends and family members who have, whether it's Alzheimer's, stroke, and other illnesses, how the power of song was so healing for them and connecting for them. And for all of us, I mean, we all have stories. So I'm going to remember that StoryCorps project. That's something we can look at online, right?
Yeah.
Look it up and do that, because I'm going to do that. Interview folks. To have our stories shared. So thank you for all you do, Rik, in leading us, and guiding us, and being that star, that folk singing star. Give it up for Rik, everybody. Woo, 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 woo. All right. I think we have to go now. Friends for life. Okay, I think so. We have to say bye to everybody on behalf of Joe, our great Joe Rossi, and all of the people here at Washington Revels. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Kate, for your phenomenal, always tech stuff. And for our Facebook family, thank you for joining us. And there will be a recording available for the part that you might have missed, or anybody wants to hear it again. We'll have that later on as well on Facebook. Don't forget about the